and I go to Council Rock North, which is my school over there, and in the summer of 2016, I interned at Besant Arundale and Besant Theosophical, and that's Besant Theosophical. And these are some pictures from my experience. I worked with the kids and we did different sort of like exercises which they asked us to do. So we have some pictures and we do yoga with them and like meditation and everything.
Hi, my name is Karthik Sundar. I'm currently a junior at the Downtown STEM Academy, and I volunteer at the Sathapa Secondary School in Narkupe in Sivaganga district in India. So at the Sathapa Secondary School, I really did like two main things. I helped teach in the TNF ABC learning class, which is for slow learners who are very behind compared to their other classmates. And I was also able to experience the school life, and I was able to spend time with other children in the school.
Hi, my name is Sahana Sethu. I'm a senior at Chantilly High School in Virginia, and I interned at Piruvanakoyo High School in Tiruchi, India with Sneha this past summer. It was a really great experience, like getting to interact with all of those students. We taught them like English and more about like American culture, just to expand their worldview since they don't normally leave like that small village.
Hi, I'm Sneha Mathaya, and I'm going to Great Valley High School, and I'm with Sahana at High School, and we helped expand their vocabulary and their knowledge of America, and we also push them to like the 10th graders to further their education and to like help grow their dreams and hopes. And we also played like sports with them, and we got to experience their culture as well.
Hi, my name's Abhirami Chinnagarpan, and I go to a men's high school. And my brother and I interned at Nilkapa Elementary School. And we basically just taught the kids basic English and grammar. And it was a really fun experience. And those are some pictures of us interning with the kids. And like volunteering with them really taught me to like be more open and like interact with the kids and communicate.
So I taught LKG, and what I taught was basically like tracing like the letters of the alphabet, and teaching them this, it was like a good experience for me in public speaking, so you can bring that back to the US to like influence other people to do the same.
I'm Valli Mayappan, and I'm going to be moderating the panel discussion today. This is going to be about the internship program. As you all know, this was initiated in 2014 to give an opportunity for US-born youth of Tamil heritage to connect to their ancestral roots in Tamil Nadu, and to volunteer in some of the TNF's educational and humanitarian projects all over Tamil Nadu, and to develop leadership and team building skills. So let's get started with the discussion. First, I will start with Arun. How did you feel on your first day of your internship?
So on the first day, like I saw 120 eyeballs looking at me. I was all scared. But like as I progressed in the week, I saw that it was like a daily schedule, like wake up, eat breakfast, drive in the auto to school, teach. And like doing this, it was like a good part, a good experience, which we can teach other people as well.
And how did you feel on your last day when you were done with the internship?
I mean, on the last day, it was also like seeing like all how happy they are to learn English and grammar. It was like a really good experience for me and my sister.
Thank you. Yeah, Ananya, what did you learn from your experience?
Although like we got the opportunity to like teach them different things, it was more of like a learning experience for us because we got to sort of live a day in life of like one of their days of like school life, which was great. And honestly, the thing I learned most is kind of cheesy, but like I learned to be grateful for what I have because even though they have so much less than what we have, they're so grateful for what they have. So we have so much more, like everything to be grateful for.
Thank you. Sahana.
You can come to the front of the screen.
Are there any learning experiences that you brought back that could be implemented in the US?
One thing that really affected me there that I think would be great if we brought back to the U.S. is just how much like teachers cared about the students and took responsibility for them. Like any of us when we're teaching students, we could do the same thing. We talked to the headmistress and she was telling us these stories about students that came in like not knowing how to like write anything or know any basic maths. It was like 4 students that came in 10th grade. And then this teachers like took them on weekends, like came to school on weekends to teach them, took them to their homes like after school until like 8 o'clock, just like teaching them the entire year. And by the end of the year, they passed their 10th grade exams. And just like that going above and beyond is something that would be amazing if we brought it here.
Thank you. Abhirami. Will you go back again and serve?
Definitely, like this experience was really like moving for me. Like I'm so glad that I was offered such an opportunity, and yeah, definitely I would go back.
What was the motivation for you to first of all register for this internship and go and do it?
Well, first like the awareness that was like spread around during like TNF conventions and stuff. I like picked up on the fact that this was going on, and I just thought it would be a good experience for me too.
Sneha, what would be your advice to a potential volunteer present here with us today?
I guess like don't like be very stiff and hard. Because I remember we were offered to eat lunch with the teachers in the teachers' lounge, but we decided to eat lunch with the students in the courtyard, and it was a much better experience, I think, because we got to talk to the students and we were closer with the students by the end of it, and we got to live life like they actually would instead of like from a teacher's standpoint, which really helped with like understanding their lifestyle and their situation.
All right, thank you. Karthik Sundar. Karthik, how do you see this internship program as a connection to your roots through service?
I go to India every single year, and I usually spend 2 months there, and I'm able to like see children on a daily basis there, but I never was able to understand how their school life was, what they go through on a daily basis. So the opportunity of doing this internship allowed me to definitely further my interest as well as awareness of the of like the roots and children that go to these schools, and by being in a school for like a week or 2 weeks, I'm able to see the difference between school in the United States and school in India, and I think that definitely allowed me to learn much more about my roots.
Thank you. Arun, yes. Did you notice any dynamic contrast between the style of education there and here?
Not really. I mean, when I was teaching the kindergarten, I remember when I was in kindergarten in the U.S., we also learned how to learn the letters of the alphabet. And I also visited my sister's class when she was teaching. She was teaching 5th grade, 4th grade, like proper nouns, common nouns, like irregular nouns, that stuff. And I remember from 5th grade learning all of that stuff, so.
Did you want to go to this internship only because your sister wanted to, or go ahead?
So I'm gonna be really honest here. Half of, maybe a quarter of the reason why I went to this internship, because my dad told me to. But the other half is because, what my sister said, TNF conventions, I knew that this was happening. And part of me, by seeing people in India struggling, I also wanted to contribute to the service.
What would be your memorable experience? If I were to ask you to share one of your memorable experiences, what would be that?
Well, I have two. The first one was, it seems kind of small when I'm saying it, but for me, it meant a lot to me. Well, it's actually that picture in the top right corner. I remember I was coming with a bunch of the other interns, and it was one of our last days, and I had told the kids it was one of my last days, and all of them got up and they ran up and they said, "Akka," and they gave me a big hug, and it meant a lot to me. And then that was Besant Arundale, in Besant Theosophical, this was also one of my last days. One of the little girls came up to me and she said she's gonna miss me, and she just was wearing one necklace and she wore it every day, and she tried to give it to me so I could take it home and remember her, which meant a lot.
Sneha, I mean, when you used to teach them, in class, apart from the subjects, that you taught them, was there anything else that they wanted to know about you?
Yeah, they wanted to know a lot of things actually. They wanted to know more about how we came there. They wanted to know about the plane ride, how it was. They wanted to know a lot about our families, and they asked to see our family photos and more about. They asked a lot of personal questions too, which I thought was interesting because here we're kind of told to shy away from personal questions, but there they really wanted to know more about us and get to know us as for who we are and who our families are, which I thought was really sweet, and I liked it all.
Would you go back again and serve them?
Yeah, I definitely would. And even if I don't get an opportunity to go again, I definitely want to go visit them, the next time I go to India, because this school was pretty close to where I go to visit my grandparents, because my grandparents live in Kochi. So I would definitely go back and visit them so I can see all of them.
All right, thank you. Sahana, why did you choose that particular school? Is there any reason that you wanted to teach in that school, or just the proximity to your
The reason we went there was mostly proximity, but it was nice to be at just see how a government school ran, just the lower income families, just to see how hard they had to work to get to where they are, and just it was a really different experience, and I'm glad I ended up going to that school.
Abhirami, what's your memorable experience?
I remember when I first saw the teachers teaching, they were just writing on the board and the kids were writing in their books. But then when I walked in, the kids were more open and more willing to learn. And I also got them involved to write on the board themselves. And it really, widen their learning environment and the way they learn. So,
Karthik, did you feel there was any language barrier here?
I can speak a fair amount of Tamil, but like there's definitely some language barrier. But I think the intentions of like the children at the school, especially the younger children, they're very keen. They're very eager to learn, and I think I can definitely connect with that. And they like to have fun, and I think even though there might be a language barrier there, I think the ability to connect with these children, play games with them, talk, just connect with them overall, I think it overcomes the barrier, and I think it wasn't a problem at all.
Arun, I mean, those kids, when you were teaching in class, how was their response? Whether how did they feel? Did they really understand what you were teaching, or did they have too many questions, or did they have a problem learning the subject?
So when I first walked into the LKG room, they were using the iPads as like another technology resource.